Good morning. You're watching the morning show here on Arise News. I'm Toyosi Etim Efyong.
And I'm Stephanie Coker at Dirinokun. We've got a great show lined up for you over the next hour, so make sure you sit back, relax, and let's kickstart your day because the morning show begins right now.
Today, we are talking about the mega city called Lagos with regards to tourism. How do we encourage and support the tourism industry right here in Lagos?
Yes, and this issue was discussed during the Lagos Tourism Summit that took place yesterday at Echo Hotel. The theme of the summit was Destination Lagos towards a sustainable tourism-driven economy.
And goes without saying that more effort has to be put into showcasing this cosmopolitan city as a place to visit both for business and leisure. During the summit yesterday, Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode said that his administration is consciously investing huge resources to develop an enduring infrastructural architecture that would ensure the state's tourism potential is fully harnessed for an all-around economic growth and development.
Yes, he also said that the activities within the tourism sector last year contributed about 800 billion naira to the state's GDP. So it's obvious that the government sees the huge potential that state tourism has. Well, we're going to be touching on this more throughout the show, and we'll also be bringing you an update from our friend Carl Watson, whose trip we've been following through his video blog, First Time in Africa.
So exciting. But before then, we'll catch up on news making headlines across the globe. And of course, our in-house analyst, Doyin Adio, will be filling us in on what's trending. And we'll also be bringing you a video courtesy Lagos Capitalist on why you should tour Nigeria. It's going to be a great show, and you don't want to miss one moment of it. This is
The Morning Show.
Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Time now to take a look at tourism stories making headlines across the globe.
The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, believes that Lagos has the potential to become Africa's main attraction for tourists. At the Lagos Tourism Summit themed Destination Lagos, the minister said the government is ready to support the budding sector both at the state and national level. This just comes in as the Lagos State Tourism Promotion Bill 2018 passed the second reading at the Lagos State House of Assembly. The minister also disclosed that Nigeria would host the 61st edition of the United Nations World Tourism Organization meeting, scheduled for June 4th to June 6th in Abuja, adding that the ministry will partner with the people of Ile-Ife in Osun State in hosting the 2018 Olojo Festival. For those who aren't familiar, Olojo is not a festival just for Yoruba people, but is the oldest known festival in the world. Started by Oni Ogun, the festival will bring 35 of the top African Americans, travel writers, group travel agents, travel bloggers, and travel film crews to Nigeria. And it is just another notch in opening Nigeria's global presence.
Yes. So I feel like they're now beginning to take they're now beginning to take tourism more seriously. I think that's what's happening now.
Yeah.
And for good reason.
Yeah,
for
800 billion naira.
Exactly. And I'm going to talk about that in the next story. Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode has said that the tourism sector contributed about 800 billion naira, that's $2.2 billion, to the Lagos GDP last year. He said with the infrastructure and resources being deployed in the sector, the figure is expected to double or triple in the next 5 years. The governor said the quest to transform the state to a tourism hub made the state to plead for the control of wasting away federal assets like the National Arts Theatre, National Museum, and a National Stadium, and possibly declare the intention to have the Murtala Mohammed International Airport concessioned to the state. Meanwhile, in his keynote address, former President of Ghana, John Mahama, suggested that partnership between Lagos and Accra is capable of making the cities of Lagos and Accra choice destinations for tourism in West Africa. That would be an interesting collaboration.
That would be an interesting collaboration. We also had a friend that actually went to our producer who actually visited Accra over the weekend, and she spoke about how beautiful it is. So it would be nice to have that mergence between the
Lagos and Accra.
The two
and they're close
cities.
enough.
They're very close, under an hour flight.
Yes.
One of the old yet recently discovered forms of tourism is birth tourism. Birth tourism involves a pregnant woman traveling to another country, usually a more advanced country in terms of technology and innovations, for the sole purpose of giving birth. And here in Nigeria, well, really Africa at large, this type of tourism sells more due to the lack of basic amenities. However, it's surprising to hear that people from other parts of the world practice this form of tourism just as much as we do right here in Africa. Mild climate, warm ocean temperatures, buzzing nightlife, Miami has been a favorite tourist destination for Eastern Europeans for years. But lately, many of those coming to the Sunshine State have been bringing home much more than a beautiful tan, as Russians and Ukrainians come to the city to give birth so that their babies are US citizens. Our friends at VOA have more on the story. Let's take a look.
Ksenia Popova came to Miami from Vladivostok, but she didn't travel almost 2 full days from the eastern Russian city to enjoy Miami's ocean and its restaurants. Together with her husband, she came to one of the city's clinics to give birth to her daughter, Taisia.
I've always wanted to give birth in the U.S. It was my goal of some sorts. As soon as I got pregnant, my husband and I did some research and came here. Lots of my friends did the same thing. You get everything: good climate, quality health care, and citizenship.
Any child born in the U.S. automatically gets American citizenship, and coming to the United States with the sole purpose of having a baby is totally legal. Naila Valieva, founder of Happy Baby, says companies like hers help future parents with paperwork and facilitating the process of picking a doctor and renting an apartment.
It's not illegal to come to Miami to have a baby. Many people agree the U.S. healthcare is one of the best in the world. The climate is fantastic, mothers have everything they need, and things are fairly easy.
And women agree. They say while the main advantage of such a lengthy and pricey trip is the quality of healthcare, social attitudes help make the decision.
Pregnancy is viewed as a disease in Russia. You have to go see the doctor all the time, have a million tests. Here in the U.S., it's easy. You get a sonogram, hear the baby's heartbeat, you're free to go until the next appointment.
Muscovite Olga Suhanova decided to have a second child when her older daughter celebrated her 20th birthday.
I had an emergency C-section. I loved how coordinated and professional the doctors were.
Humberto Santos is an obstetrician from Cuba who has been delivering babies in Miami for the past 23 years. He says half of his patients come from Eastern Europe.
I know that the patient from Russia and from Ukraine has best tolerance for the pain. Someone, they like to use epidural, but the majority, they prefer to do everything natural.
Future moms get a plain tourist visa. All they need to do is prove they are planning to return to their native country, show a return ticket, and provide a bank statement.
Basically, they need to demonstrate that American taxpayers are not going to be the ones paying their medical bills.
Visas are typically issued for 3 months. Women fly out about a month before their due date, have the baby, and stay for another month. And while birth tourism costs them around $20,000, many prefer to pay it for all the comfort Miami has to offer before they pack up again and fly their new baby back to its second home. For Maria Prus and Dmitry Savchuk in Miami, Catherine Gibson, VOA News.
I never really considered Miami a birth destination. I mean, I considered it for the beaches,
Exactly,
the beautiful
and the
weather,
clubs
the
and the-
people,
the
the clubs.
holiday vibe.
The holiday vibe, not really the hospitals, but hey, what do you know? Learn
I
something
feel
every
like,
day.
well, Eastern Europeans, I'm trying to understand why Miami, you know. I guess, first of all, like we said, the beach. So maybe they go there and they make
But
friends.
they said that it's very comfortable and it's very the hospitals there are quite innovative. The technology is advanced, but I feel like it's like that across the US. So
yeah.
why Miami in particular? It's interesting.
What I'm thinking is, don't laugh, but what I'm thinking is the plastic surgery. So, yeah, you know the plastic surgery game is huge, man.
That's one thing they
maybe
didn't talk
that's
about in that video.
I know. Maybe that's another perk why people
Yes,
go there.
possibly.
But yes, so moving on, UAE's Etihad Airways and Egypt Air have announced a significant expansion of their successful code-share partnership, widening their horizons to cover more destinations in Africa, North Asia, and Australia. Sales on the expanded agreement went into effect yesterday for travel until the 2nd of May. The initial phase of the agreement was launched in March 2017 and saw both Etihad Airways and Egypt Air place their codes on each other's flights operating between Abu Dhabi and Cairo. The second phase of expansion of the current codeshare partnership will see Etihad Airways place its EY code on Egypt Air flights to a number of African destinations, including Chad, Nairobi in Kenya, Johannesburg, South Africa, and subject to government approvals on flights to Nigeria, Eritrea, and Tanzania. The expanded partnership will also see Egypt Air place its MS code on Etihad Airways flights from Abu Dhabi to Seoul, Brisbane, Melbourne, and Sydney, and subject to government approvals on flights to China. So, collaboration between two huge airlines, and I feel like it'll open each airline up to more destinations.
Yes, and also it will obviously really help tourism as well. If people can connect flights around Africa with these airlines. So.
Etihad and Egypt Airways, we like it. We like it. We hope it keeps going.
Well, now it is time for a short break. But when we return, we have Doyin Adio here with what's trending around the world of entertainment and news. Stay with us. Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Joining us now is our in-house analyst, Doyin Adio, with stories trending around the world. Hi, Doyin.
Hi, Doyin.
Hello.
So what's happening? I really feel like I smell Kardashian in
Of course.
More Khloe news. So,
Okay, so what's up first?
Despite the cheating allegations surrounding Khloe's controversial boyfriend Tristan Thompson, it seems she did not mind giving her new baby her father's last name. 4 days after giving birth, the reality star revealed that the baby will have her father's last name. Sharing the joyful news on Monday, the new mom called her baby a blessing and revealed the name of her bundle of joy, True Thompson. Khloe also shared details about her daughter's weight and measurements via her website. However, social media is having a field day questioning the inspiration behind the True's name. The reality star's mother, Kris Jenner, explained that True is a family name. Her paternal grandfather's name was True Otis Hoden, and her father's name was Robert True Hoden. Kardashian's social media post about her baby name also revealed a few hidden signs about the reality star's current frame of mind regarding relationship with the NBA player. It seems Khloe believes they can still make their relationship work and still wants to have a family with Tristan.
Okay, so True Thompson.
Yeah, I'm going to get round to that.
Welcome to the world. We love you. God bless you.
It's sarcasm, but
No,
hold
it's
up. Why were people questioning whether or not she would give the baby Tristan's last name? I don't understand. Is that up for debate now just because they have a scandal going on? Why would you now just change the whole child's last name?
Well, I mean,
I know several mothers who have done that.
No, but what I'm saying is no other Kardashian has done that.
All of them
even those who are not married, like Kourtney hasn't done that. Kourtney gave them Disick, Scott's last name. Kylie gave what's her name, Stormy Webster. So why would Khloe all of a sudden just decide to call that baby True Kardashian?
I think it's because it happened really close to the
but it's still a bit.
And
the
the
internet is
social
just
media.
the internet is just
and none of them really
out.
had messy relationships, apart from Rob, who's baby mama's
Yeah,
a little bit unstable, but like, you know, I mean, everybody just sees what's going on behind the scenes and
but it's just so funny what's going on in that family. Like, it's, I mean, it makes for good entertainment, it makes for good TV, but when you get right down to it, it's unhealthy.
Yeah, the
I just
mental
feel like,
state,
I feel
yeah.
like
I think
everything around
their
them
mother.
is
Their mother
is not stable.
Their mother's never, show them how to be in a healthy relationship because, with Ross
I don't
Kardashian.
agree.
She's been in long-term marriages too.
She has.
Okay,
the first
Robert
one, he
Kardashian
passed
was-
away.
they divorced before
like
she
they had
passed away,
some
but-
scandals with cheating.
Yes, okay, yes, fair enough.
Yes to scandals, but no to like. No, I'm saying like
I know, I know,
yes,
I
there's
know.
scandals.
And then she divorced him, right? She divorced him, or she was even when he was with cancer and he was about to die.
No, they were divorced before he got ill.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and
here's
then her relationship with what's that guy's name? The guy that turned into a woman.
Bruce.
Like, wasn't it?
Bruce.
Didn't they always used to
What's her real
fight?
name now? What's his name now?
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn Jenner, yeah.
I thought they always used to have little spats on TV.
I don't think that's really the reason why. I just feel like the family is, once you're in the
entire
media,
family, yeah.
once you're in the media and they live their whole lives, like 100%, their whole life is based on their lives. Like the show is based on their lives.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of mental. It's mentally draining. So sometimes you don't even know what's reality and what's really keeping up with the Kardashians.
Because
Which I
they're
think
just
is very
trying to
unhealthy
create
for them.
content for the show, maybe is that why?
Yes. Because
Okay, I get
imagine
you.
when this happened, I actually thought that maybe Chloe thought, okay, this is great. This is going to be a great storyline for me. But at the same time, it's real. Your husband, your boyfriend.
But I'm happy.
is cheating on
we
you.
really need to move on. But I'm happy for Chloe. She's always talked about wanting a child. and
Yeah,
now
but
she has
in
a
these
child.
circumstances, I'm really upset for her.
Yeah.
But we do kind of like the name True Thompson.
It's cute.
Thompson,
It's
yeah.
cute.
Okay, what else is trending?
The Philadelphia manager of the Starbucks located on 18th and Spruce Streets has left the company after calling the police on two black men for simply standing there. Starbucks CEO Kevin Johnson reiterated his apologies on Monday for the men's arrest. Johnson made an appearance on Good Morning America, once again saying that he hopes to meet with the men face-to-face to personally apologize. Protesters continue to occupy the Center City Starbucks, demanding justice, chanting, "Starbucks coffee is anti-black," among other slogans, including "No good cops in a racist system." On Sunday, Philadelphia Police Commissioner Richard Ross defended his officers for taking the men away in handcuffs despite the fact they were not committing a crime.
Okay, first of all, those guys need an unlimited Starbucks card.
I don't think they even want Starbucks at this point.
I shouldn't laugh. Well, they need some sort of compensation, first of all.
Yeah.
And I like that the manager has resigned. I'm sure he was fired.
Yeah.
But I don't think Starbucks is racist. I'm just going to say this here.
Yeah,
All
well,
I'm saying Starbucks is racist.
I think the manager
I
was
don't agree.
racist. Or
I think
just,
I don't know
she was
if it
just
was
scared.
I don't even know what to call it.
I'm trying to
but-
get exactly why, because they said that it was a company policy.
Yes.
And then
even the CEO has come out to say
Yes.
that. So it must be a company policy that if somebody's not buying anything,
should get arrested.
Tell them, no, not get arrested. No, stop. Not get arrested, but
Tell them
talk to them or have them leave or tell them
Yeah.
to leave.
But don't they have Starbucks security? Because
No.
No. Yeah, Starbucks, you open the door yourself.
But it
Okay,
was
fair
definitely the blame is on the manager, because I know several people have probably gone to Starbucks and just sat there.
Yeah.
What the issue is, they're black. So had it been their white counterpart, would this have been the same? Would this have been the same treatment?
And the lawyer for the two men made that same comment that
Yeah,
she's gone to
so-
Starbucks a couple of times and just sat there doing nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and she's white.
And people go there to just browse on their computer.
Yeah,
doing
Wi-Fi,
nothing.
like we talked about yesterday.
Russell Simmons actually has started something on social media where he's saying that we should boycott
Sorry,
Starbucks.
but Starbucks is too good to
And
boycott.
I don't know what it is with him and Kevin Hart right now, but he was trying to tell Kevin Hart that he needs to join in this boycott of Starbucks. I don't think anybody's going to give up their coffee.
Nobody's giving up their
Question.
lattes.
No.
Would you actually boycott Starbucks and start buying Dunkin' Donuts?
Let's not talk about other brands.
Yeah.
Let's not bring up other brands. Starbucks is great. Starbucks is good. I don't think Starbucks is racist. I like that this has gotten a lot of media attention. Hopefully nobody else in any other store does this. If a white person is not buying something, have the white person buy something. If a black person not buying something, I don't think it should be a racial thing.
It just means that they need more training.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they do actually need more training in how to handle people.
And they need to review that company policy.
Yeah, because it's a bit of a blurred
Okay,
line.
what else? Yeah.
In
What else is
Beyonce news, Beyonce has announced she's donating $100,000 to 4 HBCUs. One lucky student from Tuskegee University, Bethlehem Cookman University, Xavier University of Louisiana, and Wilberforce University will receive a $25,000 scholarship for the 2018 to 2019 academic year as part of her Homecoming Scholarship Award program. Howard University, one of the nation's premier HBCUs, was quick to praise the tribute and her 2018 Coachella Music Festival performance, calling it a hashtag of Black excellence.
Well, this is nice. This is good news. This is interesting. You know, I actually read a post that her mum put up about her performance. She spoke to Beyonce before she actually decided to do this performance and have all this Black excellence. And her mum actually said, I'm quite afraid that, you know, the Caucasian people in the audience at
like
Coachella will not understand and be confused about this performance, and it might be a bit too much for them. And Beyonce actually replied and said to her mother that, well, I have a duty. I feel like I have a responsibility to tell our story and also, you know, not be afraid of what other people think, and also to help teach them about our culture, to enable us bridge the gap between different races. So it's great that she's also doing this as well, and it's just it's inspiring that she's actually using her platform once again to help other people in these universities get scholarships, and this is all through arts and performance. So it's great.
I think 25,000 is a little small.
Yeah.
Where's your 25,000?
I don't have it yet.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have it yet.
It would be 100,000.
I think, can I think? Am I allowed to think? I honestly think 25,000 is
I agree with
small.
Josie.
And then I don't understand why Howard was like, no, well done. Oh, Lord. When people say things like this, sorry, 1 second. Okay, go on.
Like $25,000, that would be good for Canada if you're going to school in Canada. But university?
How would $0 be?
University in America is expensive.
No, but that's my point.
Okay, $0 would be what?
Would
be more useful?
Stephanie, how much?
University of Toronto.
This is ungrateful behavior.
Look at this. University of Toronto is ranked number 21 or 22
this is free
worldwide.
money.
And Boston University.
Matter.
Boston University is like 25, and it was $50,000
That's
year
great,
for my
but it's
sister.
still free money that you didn't have to work for, that you didn't have to...
No. So, hang on. This is a great initiative. I wish she had given the 100,000 to one person. That would have allowed the person to go through school.
When you all get your 25,000, 100,000,
that would have allowed somebody to go through school. Now, with this money, I don't know that it can help one person go through. The person is still going to have to look for funds somewhere
and get some
else.
School loans.
I appreciate, Beyonce, well done.
Good job.
Great. We love you, all of that. And I don't know why Howard was left out, though, from the 4 HBCUs. I don't know why Howard, but I think she's done stuff with Howard in the past, so yes. But we still love you, Beyonce.
More people like Beyonce and Drake. We need to, give them a high five.
Yeah, she needs more props. What else
is trending?
Okay, yesterday, Compton, California rapper Kendrick Lamar took home an elusive honor, one that may never have even seemed within reach: the Pulitzer Prize for Music. Mr. Lamar is not only the first rapper to win the award since the Pulitzers expanded to music in 1943, but he is also the first winner who is not a classical or jazz musician. The 30-year-old Californian won the prize for his album, Damn, released in April 2017. Organizers said it captured the complexity of modern African-American life. Lamar also won 5 Grammy Awards for Damn in January, but lost the coveted Album of the Year prize to Bruno Mars.
This is such a huge feat. Like a Pulitzer is a Pulitzer.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest.
I thought it was for books before,
media,
like
news,
books, right?
awards,
And then they expanded to music.
So it's for musical composition and like Stephanie just said, like newspaper, magazines, all of that. So yes to Kendrick. I mean, if anyone was to win this, it should be Kendrick.
Yeah, because he's one of the biggest, he's one of the most respected and biggest rappers that we have in our generation right now.
Yeah, and he started off unafraid, I feel like, let's talk about Beyonce. Beyonce grew...
No, I'm not saying anything, don't worry.
Beyonce grew into this whole black movement thing. I remember there was a time, I think when Black Lives Matter started, when the hashtag started, she wasn't a part of it, and people now started attacking her and attacking Jay-Z. Like, you cannot be elusive,
silent,
you cannot be silent, you have to be part of it. And now she's really bold. But Kendrick, from the jump, was always about like black movement, Black Lives Matter, black people matter.
He's like unapologetically
black. So yes, that's good. Good for him. A Pulitzer. Well done. Thank you, Doreen.
Thank you for having
Well, it's time now for a short break on the morning show. When we return, we'll be showcasing some of the top cities to visit here in Nigeria. Stay with us. on the morning show here on Arise News. Nigeria offers a wide variety of tourist attractions, including gorgeous rivers, oceanfront beaches, unique wildlife, and a vast tract of unspoiled nature, ranging from tropical forests to magnificent waterfalls.
Other attractions include traditional ways of life preserved in local customs, rich and varied handcrafts, and other colorful products depicting or illustrative native arts and lifestyle. Here are a selection of cities to visit in Nigeria, whether it's for relaxation or turned up fun. Let's take a look.
Fascinating Nigeria. Located on the western shores of Africa, Nigeria is a welcoming country which promises a fascinating experience for everyone. Welcome to Abuja, the capital of the country. Here you will discover Nigeria's religious and cultural diversity, while enjoying the many international hotels offering first-rate hospitality and top-of-the-class business facilities. Step into the exciting city of Lagos, a place where tradition and modernity come together. Considered Africa's own Big Apple, the city is home to luxurious hotels and some of the best shops and restaurants in the country. Enjoy the unique nightlife and thriving music scene of one of the most vibrant cities on earth. Rediscover relaxation in Nigeria's southern state of Akwa Ibom. Enjoy the finest hospitality at Le Méridien Hotel and Golf Resort, where the lush greens of the world-class 18-hole golf course and its unique location in the middle of the jungle will ensure a lifetime of memories. Discover the beautiful city of Calabar, capital of the Cross River State, a lovely and peaceful place located on the southeast coast. Immerse yourself in the local traditions and get in touch with Nigeria's rich cultural history through the many festivals around the country. Take a trip through the mountain forest, where the Obudu Mountain Resort plays host to luxury travelers and some of the most important conventions in Africa. And pay a visit to the Alfie Mountain Wildlife Reserve, a rainforest sanctuary where you can see some of the most endangered species alive. A country with 170 million people. Africa's biggest market. Extraordinary, fascinating Nigeria.
Beautiful depiction of Nigeria.
Yeah, definitely. I loved the rocks in Abuja and Obudu. You know, there's Obudu Cattle Ranch, which we've never actually.
I've never been.
Yeah, we
I've
definitely
been
need
to
to do
Calabar.
that.
I never quite ventured into Obudu.
Yeah, no, we should definitely explore Nigeria more.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of exploring to do in Lagos as well.
Exactly.
We have the Lekki Conservation Center.
Yeah.
We have the beaches. There's so many beaches,
and there's so many. Because we have that woman.
Beaches. Yes, so the Lekki Conservation Center.
Yes.
We have the beaches. We have Nikkei Art Gallery. We have Terra Culture, if you want to watch a stage play. We have cinemas. We have a lot going on in Nigeria, especially in Lagos.
And remember the woman said something about whale watching. There's actually a beach that has like the view to see whales. So there's so much.
Yeah, we could always do a staycation. It's not always about traveling outside of your country. You should definitely explore what your city and country have to offer.
Exactly. Well, we're going on a short break now. When we return, we'll be catching up with our friend Carl Watson, who has been journeying across Africa. Stay with us.
Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. Carl's first trip to Africa was a 5-week adventure through South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, and Zambia. We showed you his first week in Cape Town, which was nothing short of breathtaking.
Yes, and now we'll take you through his exploration of Namibian culture as he rounds up the first part of his trip to South Africa and Namibia before taking off on the last leg of his Africa tour to Botswana and Zambia. Let's take a look.
We were heading out to the coast to the small town of Swakopmund. We had a couple of nights here staying in dorms, which was a nice break from camping. So we all freshened up and went out for a team meal. And then things quickly got a bit messy. Swakopmund is a bit of an adventure town with a massive selection of activities available. The first one I signed up for was sandboarding.
I've been snowboarding before, but only for a couple of days, so I wouldn't call myself a snowboarder because I'm pretty terrible at it.
After having a few goes of very slow stand-up boarding, I tried the much easier lie-down boarding.
Got to 68 kilometers an hour, so that was pretty sick.
In the afternoon, we head back out on the dunes, but this time we were on quad bikes.
All right, we are going quad biking. Apparently, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie have been here and done this, so you know it's good. Yeah, we're an hour into the 2-hour ride. It's such a beautiful landscape. Driving around it, yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun. It's not adrenaline pumping, it's just good, clean fun.
We had a great couple of days recouping in Swakopmund before we were back on the road. Our route continued north through the desert, and tomorrow we'll be reaching Etosha National Park, where we'll finally get to go on our first safari.
Where are we heading to? Where are we heading to? Where are we heading to?
We're going there, Space Cup. Are you doing the summit? Are you climbing up?
See how I feel when I get there.
All right. But you got loads of energy. You've been relaxing for 2 days, so it's time to do it. It's now or never.
Cool. So the plan is we're going to walk up there, but there's no path, so we don't know if we'll make it. And then we've got to get back down before it gets dark as well. Game on.
I needed both hands free to scramble up the mountain, which meant I couldn't really film much of the journey up. Plus we knew whatever we managed to climb up, we'd have to figure out a way back down, and with the sun setting fast, time wasn't on our side.
Somewhere over there is the top, but we've decided to be sensible and stop here. Because we've only got an hour left of sunlight, and it's going to take at least an hour and a half to get down. It'll be hard enough going down in daylight, never mind in the dark, so... Scratch the fuck. Matt's bleeding. I'm bleeding. But the view's still spectacular from here anyway. We have made it back down to the bottom with sunlight to spare. Still alive, a few cuts and bruises. It's definitely a beer at campsite now. What's on the menu, Ant?
The best barbecue chicken in Namibia.
Nice.
They call it fried chicken. Happy days. We are looking at Franzberg Mountain, the highest mountain in Namibia, about 2,600 meters above sea level.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where are we going to today?
Today we are going to the Mara Living Museum, which is interesting, just learning about the lost cultures of the Mara people.
Nice.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
You are good. Okay, so now my name is Ubudi. Can you try? Ubudi. Only if you can, then you can proceed, huh? You can say Ubudi, then you can proceed if you try to say that. Ubudi. Yeah, okay, you can. Huh? Can you? Ubudi. Okay. Perfect. Ubudi, you say new, huh?
Say it again.
Ubudi.
Ubudi.
Ubudi? Ubudi? Oh. Ubudi? Okay,
I know, I can't.
The reason why we open the museum is to keep our culture alive, to teach the visitors how our elders were living in the past. and also to reduce poverty, okay?
The tour would take us around different setups where we'd learn how they made their clothes, jewelry, tools, medicines, and food. They're not allowed to hunt anymore, but when they did, no part of the animal went to waste.
So hairs for the pillows, meat we are eating, skin we are wearing, and bones for the decoration. So this one is our blacksmith. This is where the hunters are staying, making different types of the tools and the weapons.
Back scratcher?
Back scratcher.
Back scratcher? Get your back scratcher.
Shave it.
Beautiful.
There you go.
When we stopped at their traditional pharmacy, she first explained the medicines in her native language.
You understand? I'm done. So, if you're having too much wind in the stomach, you just get the leaves, you boil them out, then you drink the water. 3-4 minutes, don't stay in the people. Run quickly to the field where you are being alone so you can release your air freely, huh? Like, this is our beer, huh? It's African.
Even tried some of their beer, and she was like, "Oh, what does it taste like?" And I was like, "Oh, it tastes like beer."
It's sweet, later.
Very sweet. Very sweet. Yeah. It didn't. It was like a sweet cider mixed with vomit. But, you know, I wanted to be polite. Look, you on. Welcome to you, mate.
Look, you Well, only the girls had it on the face.
Men do not do that, huh? Please, can you take it off very quickly? No, not for the men. So this is where we are making our traditional fire, okay?
Good.
So if they get
That was really good fun. We had a really sassy guide. He was a good laugh. But yeah, it was great.
The following morning, we drove the last stretch up to Etosha National Park. This was going to be our best opportunity to see some wildlife, and as soon as we entered the park, we pulled up at the first water hole and hit the jackpot.
We've been in the park less than 5 minutes, and we've already got our first herd of elephants. Is that a record? It's got to be a record.
Yeah, it's a record, yeah. For less than 5 minutes to see the elephants.
Let's go for it. Stop backing off, mate.
Fight.
Show some balls. And attack. He's like, get the fuck out of here. This is my spot.
It's my spot.
There's lots of them there. There's little families of them.
Don't start charging, I haven't got the zoom lens.
They look so funny.
Good start there, Masivo.
Fantastic start. Less than 5 minutes into the park and we see all what we saw. That's very lucky. Doesn't happen like that, yeah. But we've been a lucky group. Yeah, that's what we're gonna see everything from what I'm seeing.
All right, so first afternoon at Etosha, it's such a lucky start, and then set up tent here at the campsite, went to the watering hole, which is right by our camps, and there's an elephant right there as well. And we're right by a watering hole. We've got a wild elephant right here. Just having a drink, chilling out, right by our campsite. out for another drive, and we saw some animals in the distance, like hyenas and wildebeest. But what we did see up close was a male and female lion.
So guys, if you see the two of them like that, they are on their honeymoon, yeah? And when they mean they are on honeymoon, they mean business. Doing it about 52 times a day.
Yeah.
But it lasts for about 5 seconds.
Very cool. Poor girl.
We're smashing it today, man, smashing it.
I feel proud. I showed my group the king of the jungle, you know. It doesn't happen quite often.
Yeah, it walked right in front of the bus. It was awesome. Never expected to see him like that. What did you see, Simba?
I saw my dad and mom.
We'll be going on another game drive first thing in the morning, but for now, we head back to the campsite and spend the evening watching the animals at the waterhole.
Drinking some wine. There was 6 animals that are right to see in Africa. 3 of them is anyway. Elephants, rhinos, and giraffes. It's just incredible. We have to. So cold that 2 rhinos nearly had a fight over the water. Yeah, go on. Go on. Out the way, elephant. Out the way. And then they scared one of the giraffes away. But the elephants don't give a fuck. They're just getting on with the thing. Oh, he's coming in. Fight, fight, fight. And go. It's all calmed down a bit now. It was getting a bit heated at the moment. It's morning game drive. Let's see what we can find.
Now what they are doing here, they are choosing nutrition ones. When they need to satisfy their calcium, they dig the roots. You understand? And eat the roots for calcium.
The sun's rising, which is good because it's freaking freezing.
So this one is a spotted one. Yes, in hyenas, the female are the leaders. They are the biggest also. They dominate their work. Can overpower a man also.
Oh my God, it's so much.
As we continue to explore the park, we managed to find the 2 lions again, who were still enjoying their honeymoon.
Can we creep forward a bit?
Okay, we've seen it all.
Don't cock block him. We got 2 lions chilling right there. Never thought we'd see a lion that good.
You can see the lions.
Never thought I'd see lions fucking in the wild either. They only lasted like 5 seconds and then they had to lie down the rest. So he hasn't got much stamina. But it's so cool. They're literally 10, 20 meters away. Yes. She's like going, really?
So disappointed.
Gosh, potato. Look, there's a lot of people watching. I'm getting nervous, all right? Well, we just did our morning game drive, and it was incredible. I mean, I've always wanted to do a safari in Africa, so finally getting to do it was an unbelievable experience. It was frickin' freezing. I was freezing my ass off the entire time, but it was so worth it.
We spent the middle of the day just chilling out at the campsite before heading out again in Lando, where we got one last glimpse of our favourite lion couple.
Can't really see them, but they're all the way over there. Those two dots. It's a beautiful end today. End of a safari, drinking beer and watching lions fuck.
Don't worry, you'll understand one day.
Cheers, everyone. All right, we got past the halfway point of our trip, and it's the end of our time in Namibia. And yeah, the trip's really got into gear now because Etosha National Park just completely exceeded my expectations. And as we're saying on safari, it's all about potluck with wildlife. Like, it's just about rolling the dice and seeing how it goes. And we did so well. Topped off with that perfect sunset with the elephants, giraffes, and the rhino. It was unbelievable. It really, really was breathtaking. Three elephants coming at sunset. That was one of the most incredible, awe-inspiring, wonderful things I've ever seen. It's weird, 'cause you normally see animals like that in a zoo, but you realise here the roles are reversed because we're in a cage and they're in their natural habitat. And we just watched them go about their lives, and it was just unbelievable. Sunset. It's the kind of thing you dream about having in Africa but never expect to have, but we got it, and it was just brilliant. So we were so lucky for that. First half of the trip's gone really well. I mean, Cape Town seems like a long time ago, and now it's on to Botswana and then Victoria Falls in Zambia.
Oh, wow. That was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. I honestly think we should have Carl come here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he should. He should
actually have Carl come
and enjoy our culture as well, because he went on a very interesting cultural tour there.
So
and
now
he met
he's
with
done
the natives.
South Africa, he's done Zimbabwe, I think, and now Namibia.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
He's definitely an adventurer, and I like the fact that he's not afraid to actually delve into other people's cultures as well as experience what they experience. So you saw him there with the beer.
Yeah, I know.
Although I don't think he really found that. I don't think he found that very tasty.
Well, beautiful. And that brings us to the end of the morning show today. Thank you so much for watching. From the entire morning show team here in Lagos, all that's left to say is enjoy the rest of your morning and, of course, the rest of your day.
Goodbye.